Welcome to the Church of St. Luke in the Fields, a neighborhood parish in the heart of Greenwich Village here in New York City. Here at St. Luke's, we cherish our commitment to following Jesus through the Episcopal tradition over the past 200 years. We take pride in our community's faithful response to Christ's call to us to offer hospitality to the marginalized throughout the ages by creating a place of sanctuary for all people, and we continue to rejoice in this calling as we build on our legacy of discipleship and mission today.
Pride is a ton of acceptance. I don't think that's news to anyone, but for me, what that meant was accepting myself more as I am, for who I am and who I will love, but also to accept others as myself. This is something that I've known my entire life, but it took a special meaning for me as I got baptized right before the Pride celebration in June.
There are a lot of people who have come through my life who have told me, both from the Christian side and the lesbian side, that it is not possible to be both. That is not true. My lived experience is that it is not true. St. Luke's is the place where I can be both those things and more things that are often considered incompatible. Be yourself, be all of yourself. And St. Luke's helps you do that. It's the community where it's possible.
What started as a small group meeting in a parishioner's parlor over 200 years ago has transformed into an inclusive community which has withstood the ravages of fire, plague, social upheaval, and yet stood with doors open for orphans, the needy, homeless, and the hungry during pandemics such as a yellow fever and typhus outbreaks of the 1800s, the Spanish flu of 1917, the global AIDS epidemic, and most recently, the COVID-19 pandemic. The history of our parish is deeply rooted in our unique location. As implied by our name, St. Luke's was once located in the fields around a growing Manhattan, a testament to its legacy and service as a beacon to the wayward, found at the fringes of New York society. Still today, St. Luke's sits in Greenwich Village, a neighborhood filled with people from all walks of life, ready to welcome those searching for a place to belong. Many have gravitated to our community over the years to find both a physical and spiritual space to be who they are, fearfully and wonderfully made, and precious in the sight of God. During the late 1960s and throughout the 1970s, as the village became a haven for the gay community, St. Luke's Church became a true home, a place to be free, free to worship, free to love, free in Christ. In the 1980s and 1990s, as the world reeled from the HIV/AIDS epidemic, St. Luke's found a way to respond to its people with both grace and pragmatism. Clergy and lay members together prayed with, tended to, and far too frequently and painfully buried our siblings in Christ, whose memories were cherished with liturgy and song, and whose lives were commended to the presence of God. Even while dwelling in the midst of tragedy, past and present, we proudly celebrate our community with the joys of Pride Evensong, events such as dancing in the fields, concerts, and even our own float in the annual Gay Pride Parade. Over the years, St. Luke's has married and marched, and now we stand ready to move into a new era of unity together. As we celebrate the diversity of our parish, our neighborhood, and our world this Pride Month, we give thanks for the past 200 years, while looking forward to the next 200 years. May we continue the work that has been the mission of this parish from the beginning, living and preaching the good news of the gospel, celebrating the diversity and dignity of all people in the name of Christ, and creating space to belong, to be home in the loving presence of God.